What's up, Falcon fans? Anthony Romo here with another edition of our Austintown Fitch Player Profiles here from Sam's Wedge Inn in Austintown. We'd like to thank Sam's Wedge Inn for helping promote Austintown Fitch football all season long here on YSN. Proud to be joined by one of our seniors of the Fitch Falcons this year, and author Croom. Author, thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
So, this is a big week, obviously, coming up. Senior night this Friday against Warren G. Harding. Has that kind of set in for you yet that this is senior night this week?
Yeah, kind of. It went by pretty fast, man. I'm happy to spend it with my boys. It's been a good year so far. I'm really ready to finish it out.
So we've talked to a lot of the seniors this year for the Falcons. Pretty big senior class. Seems like a lot of you guys are pretty tight knit. Just talk a little bit about your journey through Fitch and kind of what it's been like to play with this class all the way through.
It's been pretty good playing with a lot of good kids. Cam Smith, Janet Ely, kids like those. Get me better every day. We work hard, really hard every day in practice. So I look forward to it every day. So I just love playing football with you guys.
Okay, so like you said, a lot of good guys on this team, a lot of talent. when you guys are practicing during the week, preparing yourselves for these games, what's kind of your favorite part of practice to get through?
I like defense. Defense when we go against O is pretty intense, man. I like going against Don Perry and stuff.
Okay, yeah. There's a lot of good receivers. From what I take, your defensive back.
Yeah.
That was pretty easy to tell. So much talent on this team. Just talk a bit. I'm sure that practice really gets you guys ready for games because of the talent that you see in practice.
Yeah. I think you get ready for the game because we got a lot of young DBs on the team. Davion Pitcher, Dan Evans. They just bring the energy every day in practice. And I love like our defense feed off of energy. So I feel like we play better when we got energy, work together.
So let's go back to last week's game real quick against Boardman. 42-20 victory. You guys finally had a home game after a very long stretch of road games that were very far away. Boardman, it's one of those games we talked to Coach Parker last week where you can kind of throw the records aside because I'm sure a lot of you guys know those guys. A lot of those guys know you guys. How cool is it to not only play a rival like Boardman, but to come out on top?
I feel it was pretty good, man. Knowing them kids ever since we was little, always playing against each other, man. It was pretty cool getting a victory. Boardman is a really good team. I really like how they fought the whole fourth quarter. I really like that, man. I respect that from them.
And then this is another game this week against another familiar foe in Warren Harding. This will be the fifth time you guys have played him in the last 3 years now. In the last 2 years, 2020, you played them in week 6, so the regular season, the last week, and then first week of the playoffs, they took you guys down. And then last year, you played them, 2 years ago, you played them earlier on, and then last year you played them week 10, and then first week of the playoffs and beat them. Coming into this season, Harding, of course, I think it's safe to say they haven't had this season. They've wanted only 2 wins on the season, but they kind of are playing with house money a little bit coming into this week. Doesn't look like they're in the playoff picture, but they beat you guys in the last few years. They know how to do it. What does this team, you think, have to improve on this week in practice and ensure that you get the dub this week?
I think we just got to work on open field tackling. They got a good a lot of players on there that can make plays, and I think we got a lot of players that make plays as well. I think we just got to tackle the ball, get to the ball. Just play team football.
Of course. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but I'm pretty sure it's safe to say it'll be a great atmosphere Friday night at Greenwood Stadium. 2 of the Valley's biggest programs playing against each other. And so I have covered you guys 3 times this year. I called the week 1 game against Henderson. I called the Ursuline game, and I called the Massillon game. And in each of those games, the Fitch student section was pretty big and pretty loud. How cool is it to have like the student body backing you guys up the way that they do?
Man, I feel pretty good having kids like back us up every game. Going somewhere, a place like away games, going there and knowing that we're going to have a student section there to back us up, feel pretty good.
And I touched a little bit earlier on the long road trip that you guys kind of had. You went to Massillon, to Strongsville, and then to Wadsworth. That was the first time I messed up. I got those 3 games memorized. That was the first time I messed up. So let's go back to the Wadsworth game real quick. Multiple overtime victory. kind of gross conditions of play, and it was raining. You were on the road, far away, but you guys prevailed and got the victory. What was the locker room atmosphere like after a win like that?
Man, it was lit, man. The atmosphere was crazy there when we first got there. They was on the sideline talking crazy, but we just played as a team, got it done. It was a hard, they was a good team, played hard, off our overtimes and everything. It was pretty good atmosphere.
From what I understand from Coach Parker when he was informing us, just to kind of a little bit about the guys that we were going to do this week, you're a multi-sport athlete here at Fitch. I've heard you're quite the wrestler. And of course that'll start up pretty much right when football ends for you. How does a sport like wrestling help prepare you for a sport like football?
I feel like it helped me with my tackling and being in shape, being disciplined. Um, overstarting adversity. So like we down, still have the mindset we're gonna come back and win. So I feel like wrestling got me mentally prepared for that.
And then let's stay on the topic of wrestling real quick. What's your favorite part about wrestling? What kind of made you fall in love with the sport?
I love wrestling because like it's your own sport, so you can't blame no one else but yourself.
That's true. That's very true. So we like to end all our interviews here at YSN with a little bit of rapid fire. Did it with some of your teammates already. Now it's your turn. So heading into this week, what's your favorite pregame song to listen to? We love hearing answers about all our guys. What's your favorite music to listen to?
I listen to Raw Wave. Yeah,
That is my favorite answer ever.
Yeah.
I was listening to Rod Wave on the way here. I'm a huge Rod Wave fan. I'm glad that you are too. What's your favorite Rod Wave song?
Probably get your sack right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I would have to go my favorite. There's a lot to choose from. Love Street Runner, love Tombstone. Keep Going off this new album is one of my favorite songs ever. Okay. Rod Wave fan, you're already probably my favorite Falcon. Sorry to all the guys that we've talked to before this. Do you watch a lot of NFL football?
I watch some of it. I'm always busy, so it's hard.
Okay, do you have a favorite NFL team?
Yeah, I like the Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers.
I don't know. That kind of just took you down a little bit. I'm a Browns fan.
Man, y'all can't finish games.
That's true. There's no denying that. You have a favorite NFL player?
Probably Sauce Gardner.
Okay, Sauce Gardner, Cincinnati guy, now playing for the Jets.
Yeah.
Right, the Jets. Yep. One of the best newcomers in the NFL on the defensive end. He plays the same position as you, so that's a good guy to look up to. We talk about support systems a lot here on YSN. Talk a little bit about your family and kind of who supports you on Friday nights.
I'll probably say the person that most supports me is my mom. She be at every game. She made every game, so I really appreciate her for that. Yeah.
Of course, moms are huge. Do a lot of work behind the scenes. That's for sure. Do you always know where your mom is in the stands?
Oh yeah, she sit at the 50-yard line with the burn eyes.
Okay, perfect. There you go. You always know where she is. You watch a lot of college football?
Oh yeah, I watch Ohio State all the time.
That they have a very good secondary this year. A defense that's kind of trying to find their identity once again after last season. It was a tough season for them defensively. Kind of got exposed a little bit in that Michigan game in the last week of the regular season, but definitely a squad that's improving this season. I think we're the best team in America.
I think we is too. Alabama got nothing on us. You know?
They don't. Obviously, last week we saw them lose to Tennessee. When you think of head coach TJ Parker, what's one word to describe him?
Coach Parker, he's the best, man. He always helping me out with everything, not just football, but school, stuff at home. He's a good person to come to and talk to.
Okay, there we go. And then one final question. We love doing this. I forgot to ask the other guys this, and I'm kind of mad about it now. Who's your favorite teacher at Fitch? And shout them out real quick to YSN.
Shout out Allison Jones. She the best, man.
Okay, there we go. Well, Art, thanks for joining us this week, and good luck this Friday.
Thank you.